seeing the crowds, he went up the hill. There he sat down and was joined by his disciples. Then he began to speak, and this is what he taught them. How happy are the poor in spirit! Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Happy the gentle! They shall have the earth for their heritage. Happy those who mourn! They shall be comforted. Happy those who hunger and thirst for what is right! They shall be satisfied. Happy the merciful! They shall have mercy shown to them. Happy the pure in heart! They shall see God. Happy the peacemakers! They shall be called the children of God. Happy those who are persecuted in the cause of right! Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Happy are you when people abuse you and persecute you and speak all kinds of calumny against you on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. This is how they persecuted the prophets before you. I reckon that passage of Scripture, those words of Jesus, encapsulate all what it means to be Christian today, to be followers of Christ, to try to live out the reign of God in our world. And I'd like to reflect a little on some of those sayings. How happy the poor in spirit! Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Sometimes we just hear, how happy are the poor? And that's not what Jesus is saying. He's saying we must be poor in spirit. So maybe we will have enough to help us to live. Maybe our financial situation is all right. Maybe it's not all right. But whatever, Jesus is calling us to be poor in spirit. In other words, to hold things lightly, to know that everything we have is essentially on loan to us as we go through our life, and to value what we have. In our consumer society today, it's very easy not to do that. You know, there's a built-in obsolescence in technology. You know, every 2 years we have to get a new iPhone or a new computer. Not very helpful in trying to be poor in spirit. It doesn't mean that you've got to deprive yourself of things, but we have to realize that what we've got is a gift to us. Happy are the gentle, for they shall have the earth for their heritage. And I'm thinking, what does it mean to be gentle? Being gentle with others, with animals, and with our planet. How do I look after my garden? How do I do my recycling? How do I treat the dog when it barks too loudly? All these little things help us understand how our attitude to earth is formed and expressed. And if we want the earth as our heritage, and if we want it to be the heritage for our generations to come, then we need to think about how we're living today. Right now we're in the middle of summer. How do I go about conserving water? It's often said that the wars in the years to come will not be oil wars, they'll be water wars. Some lands will have water, some will not have enough. Let's think about that as we turn the tap on each day. Happy those who mourn, they shall be comforted. It's not awful to feel the depth of our grief when something happens, or when someone dies, or when someone leaves. Somehow rending our heart with grief opens up new parts of ourselves which are more compassionate and understanding of both ourselves and others. Let's not be afraid of that. Happy the peacemakers, they shall be called the children of God. We're just about to begin a new school term. There will be anxious things, anxious moments in the family. Can we be peacemakers in those anxious moments? Can we help the children slide into school smoothly and then be interested in what they're doing when they come home? It's very difficult when you've got 101 other things to think about, but let's try it. Happy are those who are persecuted in the cause of right. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. None of us wants to be persecuted, but I guess what Jesus is inviting us to there is to stand up for what we believe is right and not to be afraid of speaking the truth in love. The whole thing has to be done in love. So let's, in the week ahead, think about that and remember this when we hear this gospel read in church on Sunday.